wages are finally catching up, but don't celebrate yet. While the aftermath of the pandemic has left many feeling the pinch, there's good news. In 4 specific industries, wages are beginning to surpass the inflation rates that surged during that turbulent time. Yet, before you get too excited, it's crucial to remember that in many other sectors, employees are still grappling with stagnant wages amidst rising costs. A recent report from Bankrate highlights the ongoing discrepancy between wage growth and inflation. Although it shows improvement, the current data indicates that wages lag behind inflation by 1.2 percentage points this year. In simpler terms, this means prices have increased by 1.2 points more than wages since the early part of 2021. The numbers behind the narrative. Here's a closer look at the figures. Since January 2021, inflation has surged by a staggering 22.7%, whereas wages have only increased by 21.5%, as reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics for the second quarter of 2025. The largest gap was recorded at an alarming peak of 4.8 percentage points in Q2 of 2022. However, good news is on the horizon, as this gap has been steadily narrowing since Q3 of that year. But here's where it gets controversial. The last year hasn't been smooth sailing. Wage growth has slowed, which some economists attribute to a cooling labour market. In fact, between Q2 2024 and Q2 2025, wage growth decelerated by 0.6 percentage points, while price growth decelerated by 0.3 points. If the current trends persist, projections from Bankrate suggest that this wage inflation gap might close by the third quarter of 2026, potentially bringing relief to workers. A closer look. Industries making gains. Interestingly, not every worker is feeling the effects of inflation in the same way. The report reveals that certain sectors have experienced wage increases that outpace the pandemic-era price hikes. These sectors include retail trade, healthcare and social assistance, leisure and hospitality, and food services and accommodation. On the flip side, industries like education, construction, financial services, professional business services and manufacturing are facing a tough climate where wage growth has not kept up with inflationary pressures. What they're saying? As Bankrate's economic analyst Sarah Foster states, though many economists label the US economy as resilient, the sentiment among the public tells a different story. Alarmingly, over half of Americans, 56%, believe that the economy is veering in the wrong direction, while only about 26% feel it is on the right path, according to Bankrate's Consumer Sentiment Survey. This feeling of pessimism may stem from the reality that wages for many people have yet to recover from the post-pandemic inflation shock. Foster also points out a fascinating dynamic in today's job market. The job market operates like any other marketplace, and robust wage growth can indicate that employees in certain fields still possess some bargaining power. Furthermore, with nearly half of the workforce, 48%, expressing a desire to seek new job opportunities within the next year, the landscape seems ripe for change. Yet the current no hire, no fire environment complicates this pursuit for many. Final thoughts. This analysis stems directly from Bankrate's 2025 Wage to Inflation Index and its study of labour market trends. While there are pockets of hope where wages are keeping pace with inflation, there remains a broader concern about the economic reality for many workers across the country. How do you feel about the current wage inflation landscape? Are you experiencing the change positively or negatively in your industry? Let's open the discussion in the comments.